Hi, I'm Director of Fine Arts Sam Harris, and I've been around here for well over 3 decades. We make sure that every student, every day, in every program has a truly exceptional experience in music, art, theater, and dance in Galena Park ISD. Well, I could sit here all day and tell you why I think it works this way, but I think you'll really take it to heart when you hear it from our kids and from our teachers.
So whenever a student comes into my classroom and they say, you know, choir is not my thing, singing is not my thing, I always ask them to give it an honest chance. You know, I don't expect for them to come in being able to sing like Beyonce right off the bat. But what I do is I really try to relate the music that we're singing to whatever is going on in their lives. And a lot of the times, you see that spark in that kid's eyes. When, you know, they get the right dynamic and they hear what the choir sounds like and it sounds great, they get that spark in their eyes like, I want to do that again. I want to be a part of this. And a lot of the times that continues over. They're able to sign up for the program again with the confidence knowing that they're going to get that feeling again next year.
My choir director, she was amazing. She brought so much out of me. She helped me grow. She gave me opportunities. Not only did she help me get better at singing and playing the piano and music, she helped me come out of my shell in every other subject. And since then, and I credit choir for that, I can speak to people no problem. I have better relationships with my teachers. In class, I'm not afraid to raise my hand. And it all started in choir.
If we didn't have music in our classrooms for our students, they would not be able to achieve creating 21st century skills like teamwork, like communication skills, or creativity skills. Music is a humanity and it plays toward creating a whole human and teaching to the whole child.
Students can come into music, especially when they're older, very shy to sing or very nervous to perform, but these activities and all of these kind of dances and games generally open them up to where they can create a personality within themselves they probably never knew.
Music's important to me because it inspires you. Is where you can talk about your feelings, but you can also sing it, and you could let your feelings out while singing. And every time when I sing, I feel like the stress I've been having relieves off of me.
Students need to feel valued and appreciated, which is how I was made to feel growing up in these programs. I never once doubted that my choir and band directors believed in me and that they wanted the best for me. And so now, I would like to return the favor to the students of GPISD. The reason I teach music is so that our students can experience the world through a lens of positivity and encouragement.
This is why I pursued education, and theater provides the opportunity to come together and work with my students alongside. They are the managers and directors, and they're the technical directors. So we work as a team.
Well, before I joined theater, I wasn't very articulate with my voice, how I speak and stuff. I used to have a very bad stutter, but when I started going over lines and stuff and started thinking before I say stuff, it helped me out. I still kind of have that little stutter, but it's kind of changed my life in a way, you know? Like, I can talk to people without being nervous. I have a lot of confidence now. I used to not have confidence at all. I used to be very shy. I used to be the kid just sitting in the back of the classroom with his head down. If I didn't have theater, I'd be a lost soul, man. I can't really imagine me not being on this stage, not knowing these people, not bonding with these people, not having this family that I have here. I can't imagine it. My life without theater.
When students first come to art, they come in kindergarten. That's their very first exposure to art. When they begin learning, we start with learning the very simple things like lines, shapes, colors. Students create things that are filtered through their own experiences that they can share with the world.
I think at this age, I teach middle school, And middle school for me is the most experimental. And so they learn how to be confident and just to make mistakes and just to create. And I think that's the important part of middle school art.
I think the impact that art has on my students' lives is allowing them to be creative, to think outside of a box. So in other subjects, there is one answer to a question or to a problem, like a math or a science. But in art, there are multiple ways to solve a visual problem. There are multiple ways to express yourself.
I have kids that come in early in the morning, sometimes beat me to school, and I get here at 6:15. And they're working, and they're working on things. They're excited to show me what they've worked on, and they're passionate about it. They keep a sketchbook with them at all times. They may even sleep with their sketchbook. They love that thing so much. And but I see that some of it's nice when you see the other kids in the school come up to them and they're like, "Man, that's so cool," you know, and they have their artwork on display and they're like, "Is that your artwork? That's amazing." And to see that big smile on their face, knowing it makes them feel good that you know, they're recognized for that. And students love recognition, and that's why, you know, we put lots of artwork out in the hallways and all. But yeah, I don't. The world wouldn't be a good place without these kids being able to do their art. So, and I'm really appreciative of the district for supporting them in that.
Art is really a big influence in my life because it affects what I do here, because I've had art for a lot of years now, going back to middle school, 6th grade until now. I've kept with it. It's something I see as a passion. And without it, I'd be left with a pretty big hole in my life.
When they set foot in the door, they know nothing about playing an instrument. Usually it's the first time they've ever picked up one. So that's kind of a magical moment when the kids start to begin to love their instrument. So I know most of the time you hear success stories about high school and how they eat, breathe, and sleep band, but this is where it gets to start. And you know, the kids feel a part of a community, they have a place to fit in.
My passion for playing trumpet, it's everything for me. Every single day after school I come here and practice nonstop. I eat, sleep, and play trumpet. It's like my basic life.
To me, to have an opportunity to help mold and guide these students. This morning we were talking about the incredible value that this time in their life has, that how much the next 3 to 6 to 7 years is going to affect the following 30 to such a huge degree. And to have this incredible opportunity to get to be here, and not only just to spend one class period a day, but the time after school and see them every day, and have opportunity to build relationship and to build family like we do here, is an incredible blessing.
We teach them life skills, how to manage time, how to use resources, how to achieve a goal, how to meet deadlines. All this stuff, you can't get through life and be successful if you don't have these skills. We don't teach just music, we teach how to survive life.
Every day I teach students from around the globe. The lessons I share with these undergraduate and graduate students are things that I began to know when I was singing in the choir at North Shore Middle School. The first music I ever composed was for my high school band. I was in I.S.D for 12 years and I never once had a bad teacher. If I could go back and thank every one of those teachers individually, I would do it. How fortunate I am to have crossed paths with some very talented educators when I was so young and impressionable. We are all the products of our former teachers, our parents, the books we read, the places we go. I am just one story of many former students to come from Galena Park. We are all I.S.D.